top of the morning to you, and may the rest of the day be yours. Today is March 17th, which is St. Patrick's Day. And so in the spirit of today, I'm wearing the greenest thing I own, which happens to be my Eagle Globe and Anchor. Hoorah! Alright, so today we are back with part 2 in my lawnmower blade to knife series. Boom! So I've got marked out with my soapstone. I'm going to cut some steel off. Cut some off the handle. I'm going to grind some of the handle. Grind the handle down to fit my hand. And then we're going to do some stuff to the point. We're going to cut some stuff off and make it look nice and sexy. Alrighty, let's get to it. Alright, we're all suited up in our PPE and our foggy glasses. Let's make some noise. Pink. So far, so good. Alright, looking good so far. I'm digging it. Alrighty, so I knocked off a bunch of stuff with the grinder. Kind of knocked off a bunch of the forged scale and everything on the sides. Kind of trued up the bevel a little bit. Some shape grinding. Flattened some stuff out. Now we're going to hit it with the belt sander and start really working on these bevels here. You may notice that I don't have a quench bucket close by. My glasses are all foggy. I notice I don't have a quench bucket nearby. That's because at this point in the knife build, the blade has not been heat treated. So I haven't quenched it and all that stuff. So I don't have to worry about it getting too hot. Because right now it doesn't matter how hot it gets. Because it hasn't been heat treated. There's no heat treatment to be ruined. Just thought I'd share that with you. My mask. Switching sanders now. All my sanders that I'm using, belt sanders, and I think even my angle grinder and all the belts and stuff I got from Harbor Freight. And they're all super inexpensive, so if you wanted to make a knife or a knife from a file or something, you could get this belt sander here. I think cost me like $50, I think. Not that expensive. Unless you're a kid and you don't have a job or whatever, but that's what like birthdays and stuff are for, right? It's an old sander, and I got it at Harbor Freight. I'll come back when I've gotten it more further along. Just hold on a bit. Alright, so here's what I've got. Shoop, shing, shing. So far, I think we are ready for heat treat. Quench going. I got the edge down for the most part. It's going to take some cleaning up. But there's what I got. Let's fire up the forge. Alright, so we have a piece of metal in the forge right now. We're going to heat up the oil. Right here. We're going to heat up the oil. If the oil is too cold when you go to quench the blade, there is a good chance that you could crack the steel. After all that work, we don't want to do that. And also putting the oil's been sitting out. It's been in the shed, but any moisture from the air that gets in there could also crack the blades. So we're going to heat the oil and cook off all the water. Should be good. Give you a front row seat. Hot metal. Woo! Hot metal. That's hot. All right, let's stick the blade in the fire. let that cook for a while. It's going to be a little bit before it's ready to quench. There we go. It's going to be a little bit before it's ready to quench. And I want it to soak the fire for a while so it gets a uniform heat throughout the entire blade. Because you don't want different temperatures in the blade because there's warpage and crackage and stuff that could happen. So let's hope for the best. Alright, I'll bring it back when it's hot. Alright, fingers crossed. Let's hope for the best. I didn't hear any bad sounds. I didn't hear any cracking sounds or anything, so that's good. Are we straight? Straight this way. Bit of a warp. Is that something that I want to correct? Probably should. Alright, we got a bit of a warp. So back in the forge we go. Dang. To be fair, the warp is something that I probably should have corrected before I quenched the knife, but I didn't think about it. Whoopsie! Alright, so a wooden mallet. I use this to straighten out the warp in the blade. So we don't, the wood's not going to leave any divots, not going to do anything crazy. It's just going to straighten out the warp without messing up anything else. It'll be good. Alrighty, here we go. Maybe. Alright, here we go. See that warp or not. It's right here where this hole is. Alright, so now hopefully that fixed everything, and when we quench again, fingers crossed that it doesn't crack or warp, and all we have to do is temper it. Fingers crossed, fingers crossed, fingers crossed. Alright, our steel's hot. Let's try the quench again. Again, fingers crossed. Safety glasses, just in case. Bad sounds. My biggest concern as far as warping goes would be right here, this part that's sticking out of the oil that won't fit inside my quench tub. That's really what I would be concerned about warping right now, because it's cooling at a different rate than the stuff that's in the oil. So it can tend to kind of dead fish style. But this might not have done that. It might be thick enough to where that's not a problem. Let's check it out. Looks straight. Nice, 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 nice. Blade looks straight. Oh yeah. Oh, golden. That's money right there. So you can see, got that line. Still quite hot. You can see this line, the gray meets the black right there. That's the part that I was worried about warping, and since the hole right there is right in between there, it could have been bad, but I think I didn't hear any cracking sounds. So once we get it cleaned up and get everything all the scale cleaned off and get it kind of polished a little bit, then we'll see if there's any cracks at all. I don't think there should be. And since now this is a double quench, that means that the blade is harder now. Everything's shrunk down even better. So, hey, if we wanted, we could go for a third quench, but I don't think I'll push it. Right, let's put on my glove. Oh, I'm sure this is still. Oh yeah, whew, hot. Nope, nope. That's still hot. Don't grab that. Take our file here, and we're gonna do a hardness check. Oh yeah, baby. skating right off. Yep. That'll do. Alright. Now, let's go put this in the oven to temper it. Alright, so we're inside the oven. I'm going to set the oven at let's start at 390. I always do it at 400, but I think I'll start at 390 and see how that goes. I'm not sure how hard this steel is. Well, I mean, fail skated off of it. I file skated off of it, so it's hard right now. Stupid chihuahua. And then I'll put the knife in the oven and we'll get it tempering. The rat. So here's the knife now. I think it's pretty sexy. Feels good. Just have to see what kind of handle I want to put on it. Going in the oven. Once that warms up to temperature, then we'll set the timer for 1 hour. Then we'll come back and check it out. Alright. So, here's a knife. Fully tempered. Put it in the oven for an hour at 390 degrees. Checked it. It wasn't the color I wanted. So I raised it up to 400 degrees and got busy doing other things, and then so it was in the oven for I think 2 hours at 400 degrees. Whatever. And it came out exactly the color I was looking for. I don't know if you can see the color or not on this camera. But it is a kind of a dark straw yellow. That'll do. That'll do. So now I just have to give it the final edge and then figure out what I want to do for a handle and a sheath. So I kinda like that handle as it is, but I mean it needs something. So I might do like a leather wrap for the handle, maybe that'd be cool. And then probably like a rawhide sheath or something, leather rawhide. I don't know. Yeah, but I like how it turned out. Probably drill some holes in here just for options. I don't know yet, but that feels good. Give it some width in there, and that'll be really good. It's gonna, is that a palm swell? Palm swell? I think that's what that's called. Whatever that's called. Yeah, that's not going anywhere. That's not coming out of the hand. It's gonna be a good chopper. So after I get this all finished up, then we'll definitely have to go chop some stuff to see, put it through its paces and see what it can do. Alrighty, well, stick around for part 3. The finishing up the knife. It'll be good to go. Alrighty. Stick around for part 3. God bless.